In this video, we'll be taking a look at all today's NFL matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop, because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full winning sport picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmakers' worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. Buffalo versus Cleveland is one of those classic weather plus market spots where the number looks big on paper but still makes sense once you slow it down, because Buffalo's style travels and Cleveland's offense has struggled to stay efficient when forced into negative game script, especially when the total is already being shaded downward. This is a game where Buffalo doesn't need style points, just control, and Cleveland's path to staying inside the number requires everything to go perfectly for 4 quarters, which is a tough ask. This pick is Buffalo minus 10.5 and the under 42. New York Jets versus New Orleans sets up as a grinded out matchup where both teams are more comfortable shortening the game than opening things up. And when you see the Jets getting more than a field goal in a game with a low total, that immediately becomes interesting from a value standpoint. New Orleans has been priced like a safer favorite than their recent results suggest, while the Jets have quietly been competitive in ugly games, which is exactly the kind of environment this turns into. This pick is New York Jets plus 6.5 and the under 40. Minnesota versus New York Giants is a spot where the market is still catching up to how consistently Minnesota has handled business against weaker opponents, while the Giants continue to get respect off name and defense rather than results. Minnesota doesn't need to blow anyone out here. They just need to stay clean and avoid self-inflicted mistakes. And against a Giants team that struggles to sustain drives, that's usually enough. This pick is Minnesota minus 2.5 and the under 43. Tampa Bay versus Carolina is one of those divisional games where familiarity keeps things tighter than expected, but Tampa Bay still holds the edge in overall execution and game management. Carolina has been more competitive at home, but asking them to separate from a team that's comfortable winning close games is a tough sell, especially with a total that suggests another slower, methodical game. This pick is Tampa Bay minus 3 and the under 45. Kansas City versus Tennessee is a spot where the spread feels short because the market is baking in uncertainty, but stylistically, Kansas City still creates matchup problems that Tennessee hasn't shown the ability to solve consistently. Tennessee's best path here is slowing the pace and limiting possessions, which naturally pushes this game toward a lower scoring profile, but even in that script, Kansas City doesn't need much margin to cover. This pick is Kansas City minus 2.5 and the under 37. LA Chargers versus Dallas is one of the sharper games on the board because Dallas is priced as the more complete team, while the Chargers are catching points despite matching up well in terms of tempo and offensive flexibility. This feels like a game where Dallas wins late but struggles to fully separate, and with the total sitting high, there's also room for late scoring to flip the script on the number. This pick is LA Chargers plus 2.5 and the over 49. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at wspicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to wspicks.com right now. Now let's recap everything we're locking in today. Buffalo minus 10.5 with the under 42. Jets plus 6.5 with the under 40. Minnesota minus 2.5 with the under 43. Tampa Bay minus 3 with the under 45. Kansas City minus 2.5 with the under 37. And Chargers plus 2.5 with the over 49. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!